So this morning we're with Dr. Sue Prince, and we're here to find out more about restorative justice.
That's an extremely big question. It's a bit like asking me what is crime all about or what is law all about. In terms of the restorative justice movement, it's really about thinking about the way that we respond to offenders in a different way. So it's about the involvement of the community, it's about the involvement of victims, and it's about thinking about sentencing in a more inclusive way. So it's not just about an offender and punishment. The difficulty with a compulsory process is that we don't know enough about its effectiveness at this point in time, and so imposing restorative justice on people can be difficult, but there are various projects and programs in place around the world where restorative justice processes are offered as a choice, and that means that even though it's not compulsory, people who have that offered to them might decide that it's a better option than what else is on the table. There's a really nice model that actually came out of Canada, which is called circles, sentencing circles or restorative justice circles, and that's about involving a lot of people in a process. So representatives of the community, representatives, if you're in a school, for example, and you're dealing with somebody, maybe a minor offender but who is a pupil at a school, then you might have the police involved, you might have social workers involved, you might have the parents involved, you might have the friends of the pupil involved, and everyone would sit together in a room and talk about how you can help the offender to integrate into school, integrate more into society and the community, and you'd use everybody to do that. So what the purpose is of restorative justice in that way is to offer different means of support, and so a supportive process that thinks about punishment in a different way could be very useful in schools. But there is an enthusiasm in the government to create policies which will develop restorative justice and to include restorative justice processes in laws. At the current time, the Ministry of Justice have just produced an action plan which goes over the next few years, which will look at different ways of embedding restorative justice within criminal justice policy more broadly. It is voluntary, and certainly for victims they shouldn't be forced into a situation where they need to talk to an offender, but in terms of victim offender mediation there are various different processes that sometimes victims want to take part in to find out why offenders have committed crimes and the reasoning for it. Okay,
thank you very much for your time.